Ordinals is the first time Bitcoin can actually have tokens besides Satoshis on the Bitcoin blockchain. And that is huge. Literally, the Taproot and the sort of modification that they have done with the Taproot protocol allowed miners to sell block space, not just Satoshis and not just be paid for, by transactions between Satoshis, but actually sell unused block space to anybody who want to put their digital artifacts on the Bitcoin blockchain. Now, what we have done first and foremost, we took our Zen's white paper, loaded it into the Bitcoin blockchain as an ordinal. So now it's forever etched in as a digital artifact on the Bitcoin blockchain.
So I'm going to ask noob question here. So are ordinals a play on NFTs or a different, I guess I'm trying to see, is it the same? Is it different? Like, walk me through that.
Okay, so Bitcoin makes blocks. There is a new block produced every 10 minutes, okay? Yep. Those blocks can be as large as 4 megabytes. Until recently, those blocks were as small as 10 kilobytes in size because no one actually would use Bitcoin for anything besides some transfers here and there, maybe a transfer from the blockchain to a centralized exchange, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But there was no other utility. Now, all of a sudden, we see blocks that are giant. They're 3 to 4 megabytes in size. Now, what this means is that the Bitcoin blockchain can actually store other digital artifacts. Now, we can call them NFTs, but you can also load a version of a digital artifact that will look like a token, because you can load any type of data. You can say, I have loaded a digital certificate that represents 1 billion Zen, for example. So it doesn't need to be an NFT. Yes, it's kind of non-fungible because you cannot split it into pieces, but you can model an ERC20 contract that actually can be represented by tokens on the Bitcoin blockchain for the first time in pretty much ever. So that's bullish for Bitcoin. It makes Satoshis actually worth more. And by the way, when you deploy ordinals, you're basically inscribing data on a single Satoshi.
Okay.
So believe it or not, the first poop emoji that's been loaded into a Satoshi just sold for $28,000.
Crazy.
So, but it's the first one ever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Poop emoji, right? Little smiley face with poop, $28,000. We can check it on chain. It happened. So that is very interesting. There was another person who took his Bored Ape, burned it on Ethereum, and inscribed it on the Bitcoin blockchain. The first one to do that.
Oh, he burned it on Ethereum.
He burned it on Ethereum. It was worth $150,000. He destroyed it. And then he used his Taproot wallet and inscribed it on the Bitcoin blockchain. He literally kind of transferred the data because he's the same person. So that is very interesting when it comes to ordinals. For the first time, Bitcoin Satoshis can be worth more than the Bitcoin itself.
Wow. Mind blown. I don't even know how to think about that. So
it's huge.
How does Zen relate to that? I know you did a little diagram, you put it out there. You're planning to, I don't know if the right word is launch Zen on ordinals, but tell me about the Zen plan on ordinals.
So you know how Zen on 10 different chains?
Yeah.
Well, Bitcoin
is it going to be 11?
Yeah.
Because we've got EO's question. Oh, and Bitcoin.
Bitcoin blockchain is going to be number 11. So we're going to push Zen NFTs to Bitcoin and make Bitcoin great again with Zen NFTs.
Nice. Okay. So there's going to be a whole tutorial around that at some point needed.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. And again, we want NFTs to be in every chain, and obviously we want to be on the Bitcoin chain. The economic reason behind it is that there's a lot of Bitcoiners out there, and they're dying to use their Satoshis for something else other than swapping Satoshis between themselves.
Okay.
And that's a huge way to market Zen, because think about it. Half of the world is sitting on Bitcoin. When we put Zen on Bitcoin, we will make a statement that Zen is there and you can swap your Satoshis for Zen inscribed Satoshis. That is what it is in a nutshell.